Now, don't you say nothing. Don't say nothing. Keep that to yourself. You guys can't see it, but Justin's got a surprised, stunned, moderately interested look in his face right now, and he might go see the movie now. Look at that. He might have changed his mind. Once he figured out what the twist was, it's like, oh, now I'm interested in seeing it. I might be willing to watch the scariness of the 29 different personalities up in the scary guy. Oh. The look on Justin's face.
Oh my gosh!
I told you, don't read it because it's gonna. That's the twist.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to your two favorite facially blessed individuals. That's right, folks. It's the two bearded preachers aiming to misbehave on this wonderful evening. And rumor has it, is Firefly's coming back. As long as Whedon's on board.
That's what I read today. I saw it on Facebook and I was amazed. I was shocked and very, very happy to... I don't know, stoke rumors of the return of Firefly again.
Stoke the fires. Stoke them up hot. I mean, question is, are you okay with a different Mal, maybe?
Well, you gotta, if they do it post-Serenity, you're looking at a different Wash. I mean, the Shepherd's gone.
Get someone to replace him.
Yeah.
Shepherd's gone. I mean,
I mean, there's a bunch of dead guys.
But Mal's still in.
Mal's still alive. It's been a while since I watched it. Yeah. Jane's still alive, right? At the end of Serenity? All right, so you have Mal, you have Jane, you got River. You got the Doc, I think. Alive. Yeah.
And the Doc's girlfriend. The mechanic.
Yeah.
Do you remember her name?
Callie? Maybe?
I don't know. And then Wash's wife. Wash's wife is still alive.
Yeah. But Wash is like my favorite character. The guy who plays him, Alec Triduck, something like that.
Okay.
He was on At Midnight the other night, and he was hilarious. He beat Ron Funches, which never happens. Ron Funches always wins that game show. But
that's a good show.
Very good stuff. Very impressive. But anyway, I'm excited at the prospect. I don't know. I think that if you did it, you would want to do it before. I would cut out River and the Doc and the Shepherd.
Yeah.
And I would do it before they took the
type
Doc
stuff.
on. Yeah.
Because, literally, I mean, you can have so much material that you can go with.
Right.
I mean, it could be never ending, really. Or if you do it post Serenity, I mean, what if you did a young Mal?
Young Mal. You could do that. You could do stuff like right after the Battle of Serenity, how he gets his ship, how he goes about finding the crew. I think that would be very, very good. Have a lot of interaction with Badger, just because I really like Badger. Because he's on Supernatural, too. I like that guy. Quite good. He plays Crowley in Supernatural. It's the same guy. It's quite nice.
Okay. All right, you're not helping. You're not answering my question.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I feel like I'm talking to a wall right now. Never mind. Let's just keep moving.
I'm just thinking about the possibilities of how you would do a Firefly TV show now, given the state of how things are left. Do you just ignore the movie altogether? You could do that.
Do you take Serenity, the movie, out of the canon?
Right. You just drop it out and just keep going with it. You could do that. But I really like Nathan Fillion. Fillion's got to do it.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. What if Fillion can't do it?
Then I would do spin-off. I wouldn't do Firefly. I would do something in that Firefly universe. The sort of space western.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I'd center it around Badger, because that guy's just cool.
I still don't remember which one Badger is. You're just messing with me now.
He's like the fence. He's the one who's helping Mal get deals. He's in a couple of the episodes, but he's sort of, kind of a jerk. Not very nice.
Yeah.
but not terribly violent. You know, it's a delightful guy.
Yeah.
But just a space western. I can go with space western.
Sure.
That's why I like Star Wars. Star Wars is essentially a space western.
If Nathan Fillion isn't in it anymore, I say you go Young Mal, all prequel.
Young Mal?
That type of stuff. Yeah. You'd have to cast, obviously, a different character and a different actor, but you could do that. You could totally do that if it was like a, prequel.
Well, they're doing that with the Han Solo movie. They're not getting Harrison Ford to play young Han Solo. It's that other guy.
That would be the worst. It would be the worst idea ever if they did that. Seriously, just think about that.
The pictures came out, like the first shots of young Han Solo, the guy who's playing the guy.
Yeah,
I don't even know who he is, but he looks a lot like Harrison Ford.
Like he's like a handsome feller.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, come on, Harrison Ford's a good-looking guy.
I mean, he's a scruffy-looking nerf herder, but it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, gotta be comfortable with yourself, Martin. It's okay.
I'm very comfortable with myself. I know that I'm scruffy-looking.
Yeah, and good
I'm
looking.
okay with it.
I'm good-looking. Okay with it.
Really, I only need one person to think that I'm good-looking, and she's in there watching Grey's Anatomy right now, so it's all good.
Tell her to watch something better. Tell her to watch Emerald City.
Oh, the Wizard of Oz show? Is that any good?
Love it.
Yeah?
It's fantastic. Yeah, I told my core group they needed to watch it tonight. Faye and I have been watching it. Comes on tomorrow night, and I'll be watching it on Saturday.
All right.
Yeah, it's really good. The Wizard, the actual Wizard of Oz, total tool.
You don't
Can't
like him.
stand that guy. Oh my gosh, what a tool. It's funny because like when I say the Wizard of Oz, I think the show, but like he's the actual Wizard of Oz. Like that's his name in the show.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah,
is him being a wizard? Is it magical at all, or is it just an honorary function?
Honorary. It's honorary.
Honorary.
No magic for him.
So more like Grand Wizard.
Yeah, you remember the movie that had that Wizard of Oz, like it was like a prequel.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oz the
Great and Powerful.
James. Yeah, Oz the Great and Power with James Franco.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay, it's basically there's some like hints of that in it because it's basically witches are the magical beings and the wizard isn't magical. It's all science based.
Okay,
so he's all science based, and he's wiping out all the witches.
So
he already
like
has wiped
MacGyver.
out the witches. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a really horribly dressed MacGyver. Worst haircut.
MacGyver. Have you watched the old school MacGyver? Because I don't know if you can get much worse than that haircut, bro. That haircut is something serious.
Wasn't it a mullet?
It was a very 80s haircut. Let's just go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of it.
It wasn't a traditional mullet, but it was
full
pretty.
and thick.
Wait till you see this. When you see the wizard, then you tell me who's got worse hair, him or MacGyver.
I'll see about it.
Did you ever watch the new MacGyver?
No. I tried to watch. I watched like one episode, and I was like, I just can't do this. It seemed like a bad version of Burn Notice. I don't know if it's canceled or not, but I'm just not interested at all after the first episode. It seemed like Scorpion and Burn Notice, and Burn Notice I think is superior to both of those. So
Burn Notice is a good show.
Yeah, I've been rewatching it. So I don't watch any new shows. I just watch old shows that I know are good, that I can fall asleep to and not worry about it because I've already seen them.
Smallville. Like Smallville.
I never watched it, but I could probably get behind it as long as Superman isn't too emo.
It's like the worst acting in the whole entire world, but I'm still watching it.
Then I'm not really interested.
No, you need to watch it.
Because I haven't even watched the second season of Gotham yet. So, and I really like the first one. but I haven't.
Oh, you haven't seen the second? Aren't we on the third season already?
Yeah. I've got it on my DVR. I just haven't gotten around to it. I'm too busy watching shows from the mid 2000s. Burn Notice.
Yeah. I'm not finished. Like, I'm watching Smallville. Like when I'm really tired and I don't have anything else to watch.
And you fall asleep watching it?
I fall asleep, but I always turn it off before I fall asleep. I don't know. I'm really good about that now. I don't fall asleep watching stuff. Never do it.
Oh, right? Okay.
I'm really good about that. But what I do now is because I'm going to do that, like just not really care. You know, I'll do something else while I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Until I get to a certain season, and then once I get to that certain season.
To the one that you like.
To the seasons that I missed. The seasons I missed. Because I missed like two or three seasons.
Yeah.
And there's like 10 of them. There's like 10 seasons.
Well, that was on before everybody just recorded TV shows and before Netflix had all the TV shows that you wanted to watch. That's
so if you didn't watch it, if you weren't at home at that time, you didn't get to see it.
You didn't see it. Right.
Yeah. Which sucked. I don't know how did we survive back then?
I don't know, but we're in a golden age of television right now. Television is actually really good, and it's funny to me because television is really good right now, and TV and movies, they're kind of bad. There's not like a whole lot of great movies that are really catching my interest. I mean, Lego movie comes out soon. Lego Batman. I'm excited about that.
Yes, that's gonna be good.
That's good one. That's gonna be good. I want to see Spiderman Homecoming this year. That's one that I'm gonna watch.
It's gonna be great. Isn't the new Guardians this year too?
New Guardians this year, yeah. I'll go see that one. I didn't even know anything about Guardians of the Galaxy, and I didn't even see it until it was on my DVR, and Leon told me I needed to watch it. And I was like, fine, dude, I'll watch it to shut you up. And I saw it, and I was like, I love this movie. It's so good.
I know, it's great. It's fantastic.
I was blown away. I don't think anyone expected Guardians of the Galaxy to be any good, but it was wonderful.
I mean, but then again, it is Chris Pratt. And that guy, that guy's just stone cold right now. He's just nailing everything. So he has that movie Passengers out, and I kind of want to watch it just because it's him.
I want to watch it because I like the sci-fi mystery spaceship kind of thing. So I think it looked really good to me. I couldn't talk Leia into going to see it with me though, so you know.
No, I'm gonna watch it here soon. So
it seemed too romantic to take Leon to.
Yeah, that'd be weird. That'd be really weird. I don't know if there's any other like movies that I'm looking forward to.
Chris Pratt will probably come back in Jurassic World 2 or whatever. That'll be nice.
Oh, that'll be nice.
They need some Jeff Goldblum. So.
How do you not? I mean, he would be perfect. Him and Pratt. Oh, that's gold right there.
Yeah,
it's gold.
Movie's done.
Have you seen this new like horror movie by M. Night Shyamalan, whatever his name is?
Split? I haven't seen it, but I've heard. Oh wait, are we spoiling this? What's going on?
I don't know. I've not seen it, but all the previews scare the life out of me. Like that creeps me out. That dude. Professor X is a great actor. I'm just gonna say it. Professor X is a fantastic actor.
Is Professor X?
Yes. It's Professor X. He's awesome, man.
Fassbender?
No. Fassbender's Magneto.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
I don't know who the actor is, but it's Professor X from the new Professor X. Not Jean-Luc Picard Professor X.
That was the other movie. Hey, Jean-Luc Picard as Professor X is really good, and he should have been Iceman, and everybody knows it. Why would you get Arnold when you could get Patrick Stewart? That doesn't make any sense. And that's before Patrick Stewart was able to charge people for movies. That's back when he was cheap, when they made Batman and Robin. Sure. It should have been Patrick Stewart. But that's the other movie that we need to be paying attention to is Logan. That's the other one we want to see this year.
Yes.
That one, you've seen the trailers for that? Looks wonderful.
Oh, yeah. It does look wonderful. But let's get back to Split because like that just creeps me out. Like I want to see it, but I don't want to see it because it looks so freaking scary. Like multiple personalities and one of them being a serial killer.
Yeah.
That's weird, dude. But it's it could actually happen.
My hope is that it is it's as good as his earlier movies. M. Night Shyamalan had 3 really good movies right at the beginning. He had
Okay. All right.
Unbreakable.
Yeah, sorry. I was going to say, that was my first. That's the only one I really, really, really liked. That was probably my favorite, Unbreakable. The reveal in the end there.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Unbreakable. Signs.
Unbreakable. Okay, Signs was good too.
The Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense, you're right. But then they got to movies like
The Village.
That was horrible. Hated it.
No good.
All right, and what else was there?
There was Lady in the Water, which I really enjoyed. I
Did
liked
not like
it.
that one either.
But it's not a stereotypical movie. Lady in the Water is a fairy tale, essentially. And I liked it. Then he did The Last Airbender.
Oh, horrible. Horrible.
Mistake.
What was he thinking on that one?
I don't know. I didn't even watch it.
He might have been drinking when he did that one.
That's a long time to be drinking. Because it takes months to shoot a movie. And he would have had to been drunk the entire time.
I'm thinking he was, because him or high on something the entire time.
Yeah,
I don't understand that one at all.
Well, I was never into Avatar, so
me neither.
Aside from all the guys being called Benders, which I think is pretty cool. Bender, 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 Bender. That's right. That's the theme song. You know you love it. It's the
That's
best.
your theme song?
Yeah. Well, actually, it's Benders from Futurama.
I was gonna say. I was like, yeah. I thought that was. It's not. I was gonna, bring up Futurama, which is a much better show that M. Night Shyamalan should have been on, other than the Airbender movie. That movie was horrible.
The Visit, he did The Visit, and that one's a little bit more recent, and that one was all right. It was sort of a step back towards the right direction, but I'm hoping Split gets them all the way back to that.
What's The Visit?
It's the one where the kids go and visit their grandparents, and they've never met them before. They're just going to go and stay with their grandparents for a little while, but it's not.
And they're not.
Who is it?
They're not the parents.
They're crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, man. So not a bad little movie. Not as good as those first 3, The Signs and The Unbreakable, and the.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm bringing up M. Night Shyamalama's.
Shyamalama.
That is Shyamalama's
Shyamalama
movies.
Ding Dong.
I'm bringing
The
it up
Happening.
here.
He did The Happening.
Which was The Happening?
The Happening had Marky Mark in it, and it was the plants were killing all the people.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah.
He did 2000, from 2000, that was, 1999 is when he started really bringing out the good stuff.
Yeah.
Other than Stuart Little, apparently he had something to do with the movie Stuart Little. He was the writer for Stuart Little. Okay? That's something you don't know, that Stuart Little is an M. Night Shyamalama song.
Okay, all right.
Or movie. Okay? Then he had Unbreakable in 2000. 2002 was Science, which was good. Village, horrible. Lady in the Water, horrible. The Happening, hated it. Last Airbender, 2010, hated it. Ready for this? Remember that? I never saw it, but I saw I saw clips from it. The movie Devil.
Devil?
You know what that is?
I never even heard of it. I don't even know what that is.
That is about people that are stuck in an elevator. And they're stuck in an elevator with the devil.
Oh. Well, wouldn't the devil have enough power to unstick the elevator?
Apparently not.
No?
Instead, he decided to kill people randomly in the elevator. No one could figure out who the devil was or who the killer was, which is kind of weird because you're in an elevator. It's not like, I guess like the lights would go off and someone would be dead.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm trying to just think logistically how this works.
That's got to be a really big elevator. Most elevators you go in,
maybe it's like a cargo elevator.
Yeah,
where you would bring up laundry in or something like that. But it's just like normal people. It's not like, I don't know. Okay, all right. Continuing on. After Earth. Do you remember that movie?
Oh man, I forgot all about After Earth. Man, I wanted to like it. I really wanted to.
Horrible.
I thought the premise was delightful. I loved the premise.
Yeah.
The premise was wonderful. You leave the Earth is, I don't know, you're letting it heal for a while, get over all the pollution or, I don't know, something like that.
Hated it.
Then you go back, but the movie was just bad. I don't know what Will Smith was thinking, because it just wasn't any good. And his son cannot act. Jaden Smith, no good. And I don't care if the Impractical Jokers do got Jaden Smith tattooed on themselves. That's the best thing that he's been in. Tattooed on a guy's leg on Practical.
I thought it was on, but okay. That's true. That is the best thing. And can I go ahead and clarify too? I couldn't stand the kid in the new Karate Kid movie. Oh, I just wanted to just.
Oh, I didn't even watch that. That's nonsense.
Oh my gosh, that was just the worst. It was the flipping worst.
Ralph Macchio in the original Karate Kid is the villain. He is the bad guy. He's picking fights, and he does an illegal move to win at the end. He's the villain.
Amen.
Yeah, he's no good.
Absolutely, everybody knows that.
It's a dirtbag. Get you, Ralph Macchio.
So, and then he's doing The Visit, and then and this year is Split. Oh my. 2016? Wait, what year is it?
2017.
Yeah, all right. They got that messed up. Apparently, he's doing Wayward Pines now, too.
Okay.
It's the Blake Crouch movies, the novels. Oh, I love that show. It was one of my favorites.
It's like Twin Peaks.
Oh yeah, I know. I think it's over. He did the 2016 episodes. 2000. He did season 2, which some people didn't like, but I thought it was pretty good. I thought season 2 was good.
I'm just holding out hope that Split is good. With any Shyamalan movie, you got to be careful not to pay too much attention to what people are saying about it, because there's always a twist, and they will spoil the twist for you. We're not going to do that.
No.
Because I know what the twist is. Because I got spoiled.
You know what it is?
I'm not going to spoil it for y'all. Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I kind of want to know.
You'll never see it coming.
I kind of want to know what it is. Yeah, I'll probably never see it. I'm going to look it up.
You're going to look up the twist? Don't look up the twist.
On Wikipedia. I'm going to look it up on Wikipedia.
You're going to ruin it. Because you're going to say something, and you're going to make me edit it out.
I won't say anything. I won't say anything. I'm going to look it up right now on Wikipedia.
You're like self-ruining the movie.
Yeah, because I'm never going to see this movie because I'm too scared.
I like the premise. I think it looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that multiple personality disorder, do you think that's a legitimate thing? Or do you think that it's demonic possession?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Mm-hmm.
I finally took the kids to go see Rogue One. And did you watch that one yet?
Yeah, what did you think?
Well, for starters, it's the first time I saw a movie in IMAX that was 3D. So, 3D IMAX, very big, very loud. I enjoyed that. 3D is getting a lot better because it doesn't give me nearly the headache it used to. Still gives me a little headache.
A little bit, yeah.
But not nearly as bad. I loved that movie. I thought it was so great. I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like, this is far more violent than any other Star Wars movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, definitely was. Definitely was.
A straight-up war movie. They're killing everybody.
That movie is just a standalone. That's what we got to remember.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like your traditional Star Wars movies where they're going to keep adding on. It's just everything goes together. No, Rogue One is a standalone. But the problem is, this is what takes me off, is that they're already trying to do something with Rogue One, like a sequel to it. But
how?
The how, I don't know if I can say it because I don't want to what do you say? I don't want to ruin it for anybody.
You don't want to spoil it? If you haven't seen it by now.
Yeah, I don't think I should.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could do it because I don't just in the story arc.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It's a full arc. It's all the way over.
Yeah.
Unless you took some character and just sort of pulled him out, it's like one of the side characters, and just sort of pulled him off to the side.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot there. It seems like they just want to play off of the success of the movie. They just made a really good movie, is what they did.
I think they're going to do more standalones like this because of that. The success of this one. Well, it was very good.
They're doing the Han Solo movie, and they're going to do a new... There's going to be, like, this winter will be episode 8, and then the next is the Han Solo movie, then episode 9, and then supposedly either a young Yoda movie or possibly a Boba Fett movie after that. Now, I can get behind a Boba Fett movie.
I can too. That would be some fun stuff. But what would a young Yoda look like?
CGI. It's like kind of like a frog with pointy ears. I mean, I don't know.
Like less wrinkly? I think he would be less wrinkly.
Yeah. Did you watch...
Pretty wrinkly film.
You watched the cartoon The Clone Wars? Any of that stuff?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, he'd look like that, except a little more realistic. I do like the Clone Wars. Yeah. It's pretty fun. I like watching it with Dave.
Welcome to intermission. Yeah, intermission.
Diego Luna. I liked him in it. I like to say it that way too. Diego Luna.
Diego
Luna.
San Diego.
Right? Yeah. San Diego.
Diego.
Okay.
Whatever. A whale's vagina.
No. I was like, I'm gonna quote that next part, and then I was like, nah,
I'm not gonna do it. He's like, no.
And then Martin just right out with it.
Hey,
it's not what it means, Martin. It's not.
Agree to disagree.
I think it means Saint Diego.
Nah. Agree to disagree.
Pretty sure. Agree. When in Rome. It's not what that means.
It's been a minute since I've seen that one too. So.
Yeah.
All right, man. On Monday.
It's been a rough week, huh?
Dude. On Monday, we get home after school, and Leia is knocked out, man. She is just exhausted, and she's laying on the couch, and she's getting ready to take a nap. Sarah comes in, and she says, I need to go to tumbling. Tumbling is in Reedsville. It's about a half-hour drive away. Leia typically takes Sarah to tumbling. I usually don't. It's on a very rare occasion that I do.
But you took her?
Leia is not going to go to tumbling this day. She isn't going. She's exhausted. She's not going. And Sarah...
Can you quickly explain to me what tumbling is? I mean, I know what it is, but what do they do? It's a class that she takes?
It's a class where they teach you how to do...
Fall?
Well, I mean, there's falling involved. Do flips and cartwheels and back handsprings and that kind of stuff. So...
Okay.
It's sort of like a precursor to gymnastics where you start getting on the balance beams and the bars and all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Pommel horses, like where you run and jump and flip and stuff off of it. She wasn't to that level yet. She was doing just the floor stuff.
Yeah.
So she really wants to go. I'm working on some stuff at the kitchen table, and I'm watching her beg her mother to take her to tumbling, and I was like, you know what? I'll take you. Right? I decide I'm gonna do the good dad thing.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you something.
You're getting those dad points up, going for dad of the year this year, huh?
yeah, that's how it was going.
Backfired, however.
It did backfire. I was thinking, you know what? There's no reason for me not to take her to tumbling. There's no reason for me not to do it. So I'm like, I'm going to do the good thing here. I'm going to take her to tumbling. Leia will get to take her nap. Sarah will get to go to do tumbling. And, it's all good. No problem.
Yeah.
I take her out there. And I'm like, because I was working on something. I had my book. I got my notepad. I'm good to go. I'll just bring that with me. And I can do the same thing that I'm doing here at the house at the tumbling place. No problem. It's no different.
Yeah.
Just a little louder at the tumbling place. But that's whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I go there, and we get her checked in and all that. Then I go sit at the desk and start doing my work. And I hear a little noise, and I look up, and I see a guy running out to where the kids are tumbling and stuff like that. And I think, oh, that guy's going out to check on his kid. And then I hear the cry again. And I'm like, oh, your kids cry, right? You know your kids cry. And I heard the cry again.
My kids don't My kids don't cry. I teach them not to cry.
Sure. But you know the sounds that they make when they're in pain or whatever. And I heard the sound. I heard her cry. And I was like, oh man, that's my kid. So I look up again. And I was like, yep, that's my daughter. So I go around. She's laying there on this big, long trampoline that the kids sort of run and bounce around and do flips and stuff. I see her laying down there, and the guy's over there talking to her and telling her to be still and all that sort of stuff. And I look, and I see her arm. And her arm is broken in a very, very obvious way. So if you look at her forearm, right in the middle of it, that sucker is 90 degrees, boy. 90 degrees. It was a serious break. Serious.
Oh, dude. How in the world did she do that?
She was doing a back handspring. She was doing the stuff that they were teaching her how to do, but too much weight on one hand, not good placement. I don't know how this stuff works. I didn't even witness it happen. I didn't see the event because I was doing homework or whatever. And I go and I see her, and when I saw her, when I saw the arm, that's the way I felt. I was like, oh. But choke that stuff down, right? Don't worry about that.
Choke it back down, yeah.
Yeah. And just stay super calm and hold her hand and sit with her until the ambulance gets there. And then when the ambulance came...
Yeah, that's an ambulance thing.
Oh, yeah,
it's
that's
not
an
a shake it off
thing.
type thing when you're...
No.
Forearms at a 90-degree angle.
Yeah. The guy who was there, he worked at the hospital. The guy who ran up there at first. He was like pinching her fingers to make sure that she could still feel with her fingers and that sort of stuff. And trying to keep everybody calm and all that sort of thing. When the EMTs get there, they get her up on the board. Not bandaged, but they put her on a sand splint. You've seen those things before, right?
Yeah.
It's this little thing you sort of meld the right way. They got her arm on a sand splint. We go on a very...
Is it still 90 degrees?
Yeah. Yeah. So, it stayed 90 degrees for a long time. We get her in the ambulance. We go to the hospital, which is right around the corner. Nice bumpy ride to the hospital. We get to the emergency room, and we're in there for a little bit, and the doctor comes in. He's like, we're going to get an x-ray. We're going to look at it.
Did you tell him that you think you know the problem? Because I don't know if you need this x-ray, because I'm pretty sure that arm's broken.
Everybody who saw it knew the problem. Everybody.
I don't think we need an x-ray, bud. I think we know what the problem is here.
It was pretty obvious what the problem was. Everybody's seen it.
What do you think you're going to find out? Dude, that thing is broken.
You're going to find out the extent of the break. Is this stuff shattered? Or is it just still pretty together and just broken in half? Which is what it was. Pretty together, just broken in half. Not shattered. Which is good. And then the doctor says, I'm not going to set it here. I was like, okay. I'm not going to set it here. He's like, I'm going to send you guys to Savannah. Y'all going to go to Savannah, and they're going to take care of you up there.
Really?
That's what he says, yeah. And do you know what I say? I say, all right. Because here's my thought. This guy doesn't want to do it. I don't want you to do it if you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He says, I'm not going to do this. We're going to send you to somebody else. It's like, okay, you're not going to do it. Fantastic.
You basically just told me you don't know what you're doing and you're not too comfortable
tell
doing
me. That's what he was saying. That
Listen,
he wasn't too comfortable
in medical
doing.
school, I was like a C student when it came to setting breaks. It's basically what he told you.
I don't know what he was saying, but it didn't seem like he was super crazy about doing it. He wanted somebody else to do it. So I say, okay.
I got a C minus. I got a C minus in breaks. I got a C minus in breaks class. Is that a class for like doctors?
Sure,
like, oh, it's this is the breaks class. Oh, yeah, I got a C in that class.
Yeah, we don't need the C student in breaks. I need
an A+ student.
Yeah.
I want the guy that stayed after and did extra credit. Yeah, that's what I need.
That's the guy I want. Yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently that guy's in Savannah. So by this time, Leia gets to the hospital, And we switched.
She's like, I am never letting you take her to tumbling ever again.
No.
And you're like, that's fine, because she ain't ever going to tumbling again. You know, like, you went back and forth and fought in front of your kid, and she was crying. She's like, oh, God.
No.
Mom, Dad, don't cry. Is that what happened?
I don't think you really understand how Leia and I interact. We don't do that thing. That's not our...
All right, just check.
That's you and
Faye.
Faye.
We don't either.
You guys do.
No, we don't do that.
Just not us. When I called Leia and told her, hey, we're going to the emergency room, Sarah broke her arm, I told it to her very calmly.
Mm-hmm.
So she wouldn't be freaked out. Very calmly. We're going to the emergency room. Sarah broke her arm. The ambulance is on its way. Everything's fine. She's like, okay. And then later on, when we find out that that it's not getting set there in Reedsville, Reedsville, the hospital there, is a orthopedic hospital with an emergency on it. So if it wasn't at night, like that's their specialty, that's what they do, is orthopedic stuff. So if it wasn't at night, that would have been the ideal place to go. It's just the orthopedic specialists weren't there then. So the people who could set it now, they were in Savannah. So very calmly, I tell Leia everything that's going on. Then we go to the hospital. Then I call Leia again, give her an update, what's happening. We just got the x-rays. We're going to Savannah.
It's broken.
It's
definitely broken.
Yeah. Well, I had already told her that it was broken, but
the x-rays are confirmed it.
Yeah. I didn't like take a picture and send it to her. I didn't do none of that stuff. I was trying to
I was looking for pictures. I was looking for pictures on Facebook.
I didn't think part of me wanted to take pictures because it's spectacular. You've seen the like kung fu fights that people have where right. Yeah. There's something oddly satisfying about watching people break their bones that's really nice. But I didn't think that Leia or Sarah would appreciate me showing it to folks. And once I got away from people, the nausea and all that sort of stuff kind of came back on me too. So I was glad that I hadn't taken a picture of it because it was...
You threw up later in a hospital toilet.
Yeah. Well, no, but man, you've seen your kids hurt before, and that's scary. Like Jonas when he had his seizures.
Yeah, I don't know who Jonah is, but Jonas he had his seizures. Yeah,
that's terrifying, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you know how I was feeling.
I couldn't find my pants. I was running around with no pants on. I couldn't find my pants to go take my kid to the hospital. I was like,
right.
They was yelling at me, "Put your pants on! Put your pants on!" It's like I try to find my pants.
You don't need pants to go to the hospital. You're good to go. You don't need no pants.
She's got t-shirt. Freaking Porky Pig in it here, man. I can't find my pants.
Where you going to Porky Pig? Going Daffy Duck. Like
yeah.
Yeah, were you going to the St. Cloud Hospital?
Yeah.
Because that's okay. You can Daffy Duck there.
No, you can't. It's a fact that you can't do that there. Anywhere.
You've tried?
Yeah.
You had a conversation with the cops?
Yeah. I talked to him. I'm like, I got a lot of officers in the church. And I'm like, hey, man, is this okay? Yeah. Like, no, dude, it's not okay at all.
You can't do that.
It's not.
So you know how I felt.
Yeah.
You know how I felt. That's because you see your kids in pain like that, and you're just like, sometimes the uncertainty comes in. When I was there with Sarah, everything was very calm. This is what we're going to do. We're here at the hospital. These guys all want to take care of you. We're going to make sure that you get your arm fixed up and everything is going to be just fine. But the worst part of this is already over. That's what you say to them.
So you say you lied.
Well, no, I didn't lie. Because the worst part was over. The worst part was breaking the arm. The breaking. She said later on that she heard it break. She can remember hearing it break. Ugh.
But I want to get to the setting part. I want to get to that because
part?
I hear that's
you'll
really
love
painful
this.
too.
So Leia goes in the ambulance from the emergency room in Reidsville with Sarah to Savannah. That's like an hour, 30-minute drive probably.
Mm-hmm.
I go and I move our kids from one family's house to the other family's house because we have some folks. We put them with some folks from the church. Thank you very much, Watson's and Sands family, helping me out. Love it. It's terrific.
Perfect.
Then I go over there, and when I'm almost to the hospital, I get a text from Leia saying they're about to set the arm. And I'm like, fantastic. Well, here's what they did. For starters, they kicked Leia out of the room. They're like, you don't want to see this. She's like, I don't want to see this. You are correct. No one wants to see this.
I'll stay. I'll watch.
I wasn't even there yet. I was still driving.
You weren't even there.
But what they did is they gave her some sort of, from the way they described it to me, it sounded like some kind of nerve-killing thing that also affects your memory. They said, we're going to give her this medicine, and she isn't even going to remember anything about this. It's going to have her so stone cold out of it that she's going to be down, and then in just a little while, she's going to be back up.
Cocaine?
So I don't even know. Yeah, definitely crack. Yeah. So
crack cocaine. Oh, okay.
Right. So they kick Leia out of the room. They give her this drug, and the drug knocks her out, and it lets them set the bone. Right, so they got to go from 90 degrees to
straight.
Yeah, 0 degrees or 180 degrees. Either way.
I don't know.
You got to go from an angle to a line.
180 is when you keep going. You can't keep going, dude. You got to go back.
Got to go back the other way. Hey man, either way.
If 180, then it would be facing her, wouldn't it?
I don't know. It depends where you started measuring from.
90.
Anywho.
90. If this is 90, 180. So our arm would be like, that's a horrible set.
Either way.
It's the worst set in the world.
Straight. Go from angled to straight. So I don't even know what happened. I just know they were like, you don't want to see this to Leia. Go on out of here. It was while they were setting it that I arrived. And they said, okay, go back here into this spot with your wife. I was like, okay. I go right back there. I was sitting there for maybe 5 minutes when they came back in and said, all right, you can come back in now. You go back in, and she's got a new splint on, and, all that stuff is all good to go. And just a couple of minutes after sitting there, them letting us back in, she was back up, feeling good, and that's it. Amazing, isn't it? It just.
I was waiting for the to hear the pop, when they reset it.
Well, those guys might have heard the pop, but we weren't all concerned about hearing no pop or nothing like that. But essentially what they had to do, the bones, they were, of course, it's 90 degrees, so they're broken all the way, and they were sort of resting against each other at the tip, so they had to straighten it out and then pull it back and then let it go back into place. Yeah.
Were they doing it with an x-ray in there?
Well, after they did it, then they x-rayed to make sure that that it looked good. And once they were confident that it looked pretty good, they said, all right, now you guys are going to go home. Then the next day we go to an orthopedist in Savannah, and he checks it out. He gives another x-ray. He's like, it looks pretty good. We're going to go with it. 1 week, so that'll be next Tuesday. We're going to go to another orthopedist. There's only 2 pediatric orthopedists in Savannah. So we're getting the A+ guy, is what I'm hoping. So, but we're going to go see this guy, and he's just going to x-ray, and he's going to make sure that they're still lined up well, and that everything looks good. If everything looks good, we'll get a cast on her instead of a splint. We'll be rocking and rolling. What are you going to do about that? There's nothing.
Oh, now I have to watch it.
Yeah, I told you. But you won't appreciate it as much because now you know. See? But you wouldn't have seen it if you didn't know.
But I don't want. I want to watch it now.
Well, yeah, of course you do. Everybody does. It's like Serenity. After you watch Firefly, you definitely want to see Serenity, even though you know it's not going to be as good as Firefly.
True. Wow.
But it's still going to be, yeah. So
All
now
right, I gotta watch
Justin's going to
it.
go
I'm
see
gonna watch
Split.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going to wait for it
see
to come out to my Redbox, but
I'll probably do that too.
Yeah.
But wow. Oh, wow.